So basically, I am Kosha. I am an illustrator, I'm a fine art artist, and I'm also a graphic designer. Um, Today we'll be doing a Facebook watercolor session. We'll be creating 3 landscapes in one go, and you can use these landscapes, like you can cut them up and then use them as bookmarks. So I'm just going to turn my camera around and you can start with this. I'll just mount it. So yes, this is my paper that I'm using. I'm using Fabriano paper, which is a watercolor paper, and I'll be using these watercolors. These are Daler Rowney watercolors. You can actually use any watercolors that you want, but I really feel that you should use good quality watercolor paper. So to start with this, what we are going to do is to create our bookmarks. We'll divide this into 3 parts. So for example, the length of my paper is 24 centimeters. So I'm going to divide it into 3 equal parts, which is 8 centimeters each. It doesn't matter whether you're making these lines super dark or super light, because you're going to cut your paper over here anyway. So you have these 3 sections. Now what we are going to do is we are going to tape it in 3 sessions. So just so that we don't, when we are painting with the landscapes, one color does not go into the second one. So what I'm going to do is just tape it nicely. You can use any tape that you have. You can use masking tape, you can use washi tape, you can use sellotape, any tape that you have at home. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy. It's just to make your paper and your painting more safer. And then we'll tape it all around too, because when we're working with watercolor, we don't want our paper to buckle up and we don't want those air bubbles to come on that. So I'm using a watercolor pad, which is usually glued from all the sides. So I'm not going to put the tape completely on the paper, just so that it matches these dimensions. if you have any questions during the session, I would suggest to ask me at the end of it, because during the whole live session I will not be able to see your comments since my phone is on a stand. But I'll be happy to answer all your questions about watercolor techniques, what papers to use, what brushes, what brands are good, everything. After the session, we'll have about 5 to 10 minutes of question and answer. Okay, so we're done with taping our paper. The 3 landscapes that we are doing today is a daylight, a sunset, and a night landscape. And for all these 3, the technique that we'll be using is wet on wet technique. What is wet on wet technique? Basically here we'll first wet our paper and then we'll apply the paint. This is a very good technique when it comes to blending. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take plain water and I'm just going to damp my first section where we'll be doing the daylight painting. I don't want to use a lot of water because that will create puddles of color. We just want to damp our paper. You'll be able to see a kind of a wet shine on it. That is when you know that you have spread your water evenly. If you do have extra water on your paper, you feel that you've taken a lot of water, what you can do is use your tissue, just dab it on your paper, it will soak up all the extra water. So for the first one, I'm going to use my aquamarine blue. Let's put some water in it, apply it on top of my paper. And then just pull it down. So what we want is a lot of intensity on the top and almost nothing when it reaches the bottom. This is the kind of beautiful gradient that we are looking at. While this dries, we'll move on to our second section. It's very important for your layers to dry in watercolors, because the beauty of watercolors is when you start layering it up, and that is when you will get that really beautiful transparent effect which you usually see in watercolor paintings. So always be sure that when you're working on your second layer, your first layer is dry completely. If it's not dry, you can use a hair dryer and dry it up. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm wetting my paper. I'm taking the same blue color. And I'm going to pull down the color. Now because it's a sunset, you usually have a reddish orangish kind of a hue. So what I'm going to do is, this is my deep yellow, which I already have it over here on the palette. I'm going to mix in a little bit of red on it. So I have this really nice orange color. Make a very thin streak. Clean your brush. Make sure there's very less water in it. Again, wash your brush. Make sure it's damp. And then I'm going to blend this color with my blue. We want a very light kind of a blending, just to give a hint of it. Yeah, so the base for our sunset landscape is done. Now to move on to our night landscape. So here I'm going to use the same blue, but this time instead of applying water on the paper first, I'm going to apply the color first. You notice the change of the color when you apply it directly on the paper instead of using water first. That is the difference between using wet on wet and dry on dry technique. So if you notice over here, I have colored the whole thing up till the end. Of course it does have some kind of blending. Now over here, if you see, I made a mistake and I have a little bit of color on over here. I'm just going to dab it, and there the color is gone, and now my painting is good. So if ever you have some kind of mistake that you see it's there on the paper, there's some unwanted color blob, just dab some water on it and then dab your tissue on it, and that blob will go away. Now let's move on to our first landscape. While we were doing these two, this has dried up beautifully. So I want to make this a little more intense because it's a daylight sky. Again, I'll apply my color. Take a little bit of water and pull it down. Don't use a lot of water, because if your paper is not a watercolor paper, it will start crumpling up, or if it's a really bad quality paper, it will start coming off, and we don't want that. And I'm just going to create this really light line over here, just to show this is where our ground is going to come. Now before this layer dries up, I'm going to take my tissue and dab it here and there to create clouds. So you see, you have this really beautiful effect, and it shows up like the formation of natural clouds. So this is my secret to creating clouds, which I've given it to you guys. So while this dries up, we're going to do the same thing over here. We'll intensify the sky color and our sunset color also. Again, make sure there's not a lot of water in your brush, just enough so that it can spread the color very nicely. That's why always keep tissue in your hand, because the moment you feel that there's a lot of color in the brush or a lot of water in your brush, just dab your brush and then rework on it. If you see, there's a small puddle over here. If your brush is dry, you can just go over it and it will pick up the color very nicely. And always be super delicate with watercolors, because it's a very delicate medium. The more delicate and light-handed you are, the much better effect you'll end up having on your paper and in your painting.